What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out my channel again. I know my last video I said you definitely wouldn't want to use one of these small heat presses for like a business or anything like that. It very well could turn into kind of a small side hustle for me. Please subscribe, by the way. So a friend of mine, when I told him I picked this up, asked me to put a design on a t-shirt for him. Student pilot, just a small little airplane that I just printed out. So I'm gonna give it a try. It's going on a black t-shirt. I'll probably do probably right corner. So real simple to print this out. By the way, if you do decide to get into this, buy a refillable tank printer. I use a Canon Megatank. I know Epson has a bunch. They're available at your local Walmarts, Staples, Targets, anything like that. And it ends up being a lot less than constantly buying inkjet cartridges. So first thing I want to do is make sure I cut this out really good. I did a blue background on this because it's going on a black t-shirt and it's mostly black and gray. So you want to cut kind of big borders on it. You don't really want square edges or anything like that. So first thing I'm going to do is cut this out. Well, this is warming up. It's up to 300 right now. Then I'm going to try to do that. So the thing with this is, by the time you would ship t-shirts, I don't think you would make much money. It's about $6 to ship one, so that's why I haven't really bothered making it like an online business like most people are. But if a friend asked me to make one, you know, hey, 12 bucks, I'll make you one. A 6-pack of t-shirts is only 20. A sheet of paper is about $1 a piece. Some electric and some ink. I mean, really, I'm probably making $4 off of it. So that's about it, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm sure you guys aren't going to want to watch that, but I'll go ahead and edit that out of there once I do. And then we'll just make a t-shirt. You could probably generate 50 bucks a week on the side doing this. That'd be about 10 t-shirts. Then you'd have enough time to keep your actual job too. But it wouldn't be something that could replace your full-time job. You'll want small scissors too for cutting small designs out like this. Large scissors, I don't think you'd be able to get the corners too well. The little details. My cat came down to say hi. I'm sure you can hear her in the background. She loves it down here. It's her favorite room in the whole house, believe it or not. Okay, so I think that's probably cut out enough. You just don't really want it square. Just, it doesn't quite look right when it is. I might round these edges a little more. I've got some sharp points on there that I'm not a huge fan of. But that's real easy. You just kind of round them a little. Yeah, this one too. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just keep in mind, whatever's there is going on that shirt. Okay. So that's about what I have. That's pretty much where I want it. So now I gotta find the correct spot on the t-shirt to put it. Again, this is just some generic t-shirts from Walmart. They sell them in a 6-pack. So what I was thinking is putting it over here like this. Kind of right there. I could go center on it too, I guess, but that wouldn't quite be right. Really, I should have made it full size, just going right across it. I think over here would work pretty well. Like right there. The blue is just kind of to imitate the sky. So we'll lay this out about where we want it. Looks like we're up to temperature on here too. So swing that over. Get our sheet off of there. So one thing I always do is I press this for about 30 seconds just to get the wrinkles out of it. You know, these come in a package rolled up pretty tight, so you want to give them a good iron flat first. So we'll just hang on to that for a second. All right, and we'll spin that off. And if you look, that's just a perfect surface right now. So what I was thinking was if I put it right around here, kind of be over the chest area. I may actually have to move this over slightly to get it exactly where I want it. So I got the sleeve starts right here. Why don't I do that? Pull this over a couple inches. Just another inch. Again, I'm still pretty new at this, so I'm not really all that good at it. But what I'm thinking is, what I'll do is I'm gonna tape this real quick just to get a good idea as to where I want it. And then I can hold the t-shirt up and see where it's gonna be. Small designs are tough because you want them on there straight. Alright, so I just used a little piece of masking tape, and that would put it right about there. That's close. I kind of want it a little lower, like about here, but that would come into the sleeve, so I guess, no, I guess here's where I want it. Okay. Well, that's where it's going to go. We'll get that towards the center. And that's pretty good and straight. Let's get this tape off. I want that right there. So now you got to peel the backing off of this. This is dark fabric transfer paper. Very easy to use. You can use it on light fabric too. People just don't. Then you don't have to mirror the image. But just keep in mind, whatever you leave white is because the paper is white. The light color transfer paper is clear. But I mean, as long as you cut decent borders out of it, you should be pretty good to go. Okay. And that's it right there, that thin little design. We are going to put that right here. Just like that. And always grab your kind of parchment paper. Let's take that. Lay it nice and flat on there. And we're going to give this 20 seconds. And then I actually rotate the paper 90 degrees and give it another 10. That's so there's no odd grain texture or anything like that in it. So let's give it a shot. So yeah, this was never intended to make me any kind of money, and it technically still isn't. But I guess it potentially could. Since I've got this thing, a lot of people have asked me to make them t-shirts. Nobody's asked me to make them a sweatshirt yet, but that might be the time of year. All right, first press is done. Rotate it at 90 degrees. Lock that down for another 10 or 15 seconds. And you want to make sure you keep the heat on there long enough for it really to adhere to it. The last two I made, I probably because I do this 90-degree rotation, but I give them extra time and they haven't come off yet through the wash. I know these tend to crack and things like that after washing, but mine hasn't. All right, there's that. Spin that to the side. Definitely turn the power off. Put the paper aside. And what do we have? Right there, little tailwheel aircraft. And that's on there pretty good. That's never coming off. That'll be good for at least 30 washes, I would say. But yeah, not bad. Looks like a Piper Cub. So you could potentially sell these online, like eBay or Amazon if you wanted. But keep in mind, you know, these shirts are about $4 a piece. You're probably $1 in paper, 50 cents in ink and electricity. Shipping it is another $6 typically. So, I mean, you would have to try to sell these for about $17 or $18 to make it worth it if you sold them online. And you probably aren't going to get that realistically. I mean, you might, but yeah, if you keep it as a hobby, just do it for friends and family and stuff like that. People who ask if you'll make them a shirt. You could end up making a little side money, maybe $50 a week or something. But they all come out pretty good. It's fun. I've made a bunch of shirts for myself. I try not to do any copyrighted designs or anything because, you know, you don't want to get in any trouble. But enjoy. Remember, subscribe and hit that like button.